A shot in soccer is one of the most important skills in the sport. It can make all the difference in a match. Even though it is a simple skill, it requires a lot of technique to get it right. Week 1 just focused on the basic skills of soccer, which included passing, volleying, and shooting. The passing drill was basic. The learner received the ball, controlled it, and then passed it back. Kellie was good at this skill, so little time was spent on it. The volleying drill was used as a warm-up to get the learner to get used to foot-to-ball contact. The rest of the session was teaching Kellie the key aspects of shooting. Demonstrations as well as feedback were used to help with learning.
I don't want you tomorrow, cause I want you today. When I see you, my troubles seem to all just melt away. We don't have a lot of money.
We start off with some volleying to warm up the muscles. This session was focused on learning correct ball contact and stance. More cues were used this week, such as trying to kick the leg on the ball, as well as leaning over the ball and taking a shot. Kellie also started doing sessions alone to provide self-feedback and to make her own kicking technique that she felt comfortable with. Third week focused on ball control. It started with dribbling in between cones and used the inside of the feet to dribble. I encourage her to try and knock the ball a bit more forward to get quicker and to also take a patch in between cones to keep control of the ball. We then moved on to some shooting to warm up and to also polish up on technique. Kellie was using too much toe when making ball contact, so we started to use the inside of the foot. We also added a wall into the drill, so she had to kick the ball more at an angle rather than straight on. She started to increase the follow through and get more power behind her shots. To increase the difficulty of passing, we had a passing drill which had Kellie run forward and pass the ball to me. I had to stop the ball and she would continue to dribble it and pass it back, and the roles were reversed. The drill was designed to help the learner focus less about performing each skill and try and make the skill more automatic. We then did the same dribbling drill as last week, but added a pass at the end. Using the same drill, we added a shot after the pass. This is so Kellie will start to use the correct stance and lean over the ball to get the result needed. We did some layoff shooting from the front and back, which resembled match-like situations in a way. The feedback given was with her timing and swing phase. She was kicking the ball too early and wasn't generating enough power into her kick. The last session incorporated different skills from previous weeks with shooting. Kellie had to pass and volley the balls to the target whilst running through the cones, and then finish up with a shot. Little feedback was given throughout the drill because we felt it wasn't needed. To make shooting more difficult, I had Kellie dribble towards the goals and take a shot while running. She didn't start off too well. The technique was similar to that at the start of training. I reminded her of what a basic shot was like and to knock the ball towards the left more rather than straight on, so she could kick through the ball. To end the training, we had a little teacher versus student competition. We had to try and kick the ball off the cone which was placed in the goal 3 times. Kellie won, which proved how far she had come from the first session.
Overall, as the learner, I enjoyed the experience of developing a new skill, particularly as it was on my non-dominant side and not a skill I was completely familiar with. I found at the start the repetition and blocked practice was useful as I was just getting used to the skill. Throughout the weeks, introducing new drills to try and increase the difficulty of the skill were also beneficial to me in my understanding of the components of the skill.
Overall, the experience was pretty enjoyable. It was an interesting way to teach someone a skill and see them improve quickly. It was different. It was a lot different coaching one person rather than a team. It was more difficult to make up certain drills and I was limited what I could do. But we could work on things that we both felt needed improving over time. Some of the warm-up drills I felt were not useful in the short run, but it is always good to be exposed to different skills. I feel that learning more soccer skills can help with the overall result, and I think it worked out well. At the start, Kellie wasn't very good at taking a shot and was toe-bashing the ball quite a bit, which most beginners do, and it was something I definitely did when I first started playing soccer. But she improved pretty quickly during the first couple of weeks, and slowed down a bit towards the end, but the improvement was still there.
We chose whole practice for this skill as it was low in complexity and high in organisation, so it was important to practice the skill as one part. The training was made up of one 45-minute maths session and then 3 15-minute sessions distributed throughout the week. I enjoyed when some of the drills were slightly more difficult and I had something specific to aim for. I was able to clearly see that I was improving in accuracy and I found this was motivating for me to keep up with the practice.
There could have been more variability at the beginning of the training schedule, but with the times we had set, I had to get Kellie to understand the skill at the beginning so she could give herself feedback when she was training by herself. Gentile's two-dimensional taxonomy model guided me with the shooting drills and making them more difficult. I believed if Kellie could perform the skill under harder conditions, she was always going to improve with the basic skill that we had set.